It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Tuesday, the 24th of January. I'm Michael Groff. It's a chilly start to the day out there, but temperatures will warm up but remain below seasonal averages for the rest of the week and heading into the weekend. Dry conditions will prevail, but when might that next chance of rain come into the mix? Do we have any sign of a pattern change anytime soon? A lot going on, as always. Let's talk about it. First, the almanac from yesterday, it was a chilly one. We just barely made it to 50 degrees for the afternoon high at Sky Harbor Airport, 38 that morning low. And no rain nor snow officially at Sky Harbor yesterday, although there was some rain and snow across portions of northern Maricopa County, the North Valley, Carefree, Cave Creek, Sun City, Wickenburg, over toward Tonopah and Buckeye, even a report of a couple of snowflakes coming down yesterday. So it was a chilly day, to say the least. All right, looking out there now. Here in the 9 o'clock hour, yeah, it's still cool out there. 39 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point at 30, humidity 70%, light wind barometer at 30.27 inches and steady. Temperatures right now, let's take a look at this graphic here. We've got 31 in Tempe. Again, this was as of about 20 minutes ago when I pulled these numbers. Still freezing over there in Glendale and Peoria, North Phoenix. It's still in the 20s for our friends up there on top of Thompson Peak. And so it's still chilly out there, 32 over in Goodyear. And here in Avondale, where I'm at, it's 36 degrees here at Studio B. All right, the upper air weather pattern here across the nation. Why is it so cold? Well, look at that. Deep northwesterly flow behind this departing cold low that's now moving out toward the plain states. Cold air advection with that. And with drier air, that's why we got so chilly overnight. In fact, some spots in parts of Pinal County were down in the low and middle 20s this morning. Now, as that low moves out into the plain states, some winter weather conditions will be possible to the north and east of it. And south of that system, we've got some severe storms a possibility today and a big bunch of wind. Look at all those wind advisories from Texas through the southeast U.S. Gradient winds will be very strong with this feature, probably in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. North of that, from West Texas and Oklahoma all the way up into parts of Indiana and Ohio, you've got winter storm warnings. So we'll see several inches of snow with this. There's our freeze warning across parts of Maricopa and Pinal County. That's, of course, expired now as we do this update. Convective outlook for today, the enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5 for parts of the Texas Gulf Coast, around Houston, over to the Sabine Pass, Lake Charles, New Orleans, Biloxi, Mobile, Alabama, over toward Destin, Fort Walton Beach. And north of that, you've got the slight and marginal risk areas. But yes, there could be a few significant tornadoes right along the immediate Gulf Coast today with this vigorous area of low pressure. All right, here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, probably nothing. Statewide, not much to be had either. Although the weather pattern could feature another trough that comes in here early next week. Still a lot of uncertainty with that. We'll talk about it now as we get to the models. Take a look at things. This is the GFS, the 06Z run at 2 o'clock today. Our cold area of low pressure moving into the southern plains. Big ridge out across the northeast Pacific. And so Arizona under a north-northwesterly flow and plenty of cool air coming down here. So what it means for us down at the surface today. Sunny sky, but cool. Highs still in the mid-50s. The normal high for today is 69. Will be somewhere probably around 12 to 15 degrees below that. Tonight, clear and another chilly one. Widespread frost will be likely overnight with lows generally in the, I'd say, upper 20s for the colder valley locations, mid-30s in the urban core. Now, if you're down there in parts of the sheltered areas, the favored cool spots of central Pinal County, you could get down in the low and mid-20s again. Maybe out in rural Maricopa County, too. Mid-20s could be possible. But here in Phoenix, upper 20s to mid-30s cover up those plants. And then tomorrow, another coolish day, although temperatures will warm a few degrees under sunny sky, upper 50s, low 60s. Low 60s-ish for Thursday, again, sunny sky. Friday, we'll warm it up a little bit more, low to mid-60s. And that's pretty much going to be the trend over the weekend. Now, cool overnight lows will continue. We'll be down in the 30s in the cool spots, low 40s for the urban core, but high temperatures should be in the mid 60s or so for Saturday and Sunday with just a few passing high clouds. Now, as we go into next week, forecast uncertainty grows here. Model guidance, this run of the GFS indicates a trough will pass well to the north of us. The European is much further south and west with that, so we could see a few showers. We're leaning the forecast more in favor of the European and its ensemble suite, but not fully buying into that solution either. So we'll put in a slight chance of rain in here for next Monday. Even if we were to see precipitation from that scenario, it would be on the light side and rather widely scattered in nature. But just know that we could see a return to slightly cooler and unsettled conditions for early next week. Of course, a lot of time to watch that. Now, here's a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 31st of January. Big vortex over Canada, and systems rotate around that. Again, in the GFS scenario, we're kind of on the far southwestern periphery of it. The only thing that's going to mean for us is temperatures to stay a little bit below seasonal averages. Look at that huge ridge up there in the North Pacific and across parts of eastern Russia. Obviously, with a configuration like the GFS would advertise, that would tend to keep storm systems deflected just a little bit to the north and east of us. But, you know, it's there's other model guidance, our ensembles in the European and Canadian set that indicate that ridge retrogrades some, and that would allow for deeper troughing to come into the southwest. Either way, we'll keep an eye on it, but temperatures should stay a little bit cooler than normal. And then going out 10 days, this would be Thursday, the 2nd of February. Again, deep trough in the east, and we're under northwesterly flow, and that looks dry, if that's correct. Checking out rainfall for Phoenix off the European ensemble, and this goes out through the next couple of weeks here. And again, you know, the ensemble mean up around 1/3 of an inch, but some members show nothing at all. And temperatures off the national blend of models, we will warm it up. Temps going up into the 60s this weekend, early next week, and then cooling off a bit thereafter. Overnight lows will remain in the 30s and low 40s. And these numbers still are a few degrees shy of seasonal averages, even at their warmest. So we do not see any signs of a major warm-up anytime soon. And you know what? I know some of you don't like it, but you know, you'll be wishing for these days when we're sitting in July and August and it's 110 and muggy as all can be. So enjoy it while it lasts. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, and of course you do, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only Asian sensation, the sweetest of all time, my Michelle. Thank you so much for watching. All of your continuous support, your comments and your live chats and everything else, all so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could not do these videos without you. Please be safe out there and have yourselves a beautiful Tuesday.